Hey y'all, you already know what time it is. It's story time. And this takes place back when I was about 20 and I dated my first ID's nigga, 21st in Phoenix. Well, I'm gonna try to fill it all in. Here we go. Okay, so I was dating this dude from 21st in Phoenix. He was from ID's. This is when I had first moved into my apartment out there in Treetop. He was 13 years older than me. So when I was 20, he was 33. I always like them older, don't judge me, judge your mammy. She probably had kids from worse. Anywho, I met him at my time going to La Villa. Everything was cool. He was fun. He was teaching me new things. You get what I'm saying? He was taking me out. He was treating me good or whatever the case may be. However, he had a lot going on that I did not know about. Naive at 20, 33, playing on my intelligence. It is what it is. Just to throw this in there as well, I was working at two jobs. I was working at Nimnik Chevrolet as the receptionist, and I was working at the dog track. And back then, working at the dog track, baby, really I only needed to work at the dog track because that's where all my income was coming from. But baby, whew, I was making that money. Anywho, so dating him from time to time, dating him going on and on or whatever the case may be, it was cool. But come to find out, he had some legal trouble going on. I'm not going to get into the details, but from my understanding, he got picked up by the U.S. Marshals. Right. So, at first, you know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding how serious being picked up by the U.S. Marshals is, but I know that shit was, like if they got to come get you, with you on the run, like, and you never told me you was on the run. How did it go? He went to jail. I ain't gonna lie. I've never been that ride or die. If you looking at some time, our time is up. I'm just saying. So, how did it go? At first, I would have said, the first couple of months, right back and forth, putting money on the phone, talking to him, I miss you too, I can't wait till you get out, this, that, the third. But when I found out he was looking at some time, I ain't gonna lie, I ghosted his ass. I was out of there, gone, without a word, without a trace, no explanation. Peace out. I'm 20. I ain't even got no kids. I ain't finna sit up here and hold no nigga down in jail. No, I'm not gonna do it. My weird ass, even though I ain't fucking with him, I was still checking up with him over the years. So time goes by. I want to say 2-3 years go by. His release date was up and coming. Being that we had such a strong bond, I just knew he was coming home to me. So I was watching, keeping up with his people and everything else. Watching for his let out day, and I just knew as soon as when he got out, he was coming home. Not the case. Definitely not the case. So, a couple of months go by after his release date, and he hadn't tried to reach out to me or nothing like that. So I had reached out to his cousin. I was like, what's up with Mr. Phoenix? What's going on, this, that, and the third? Well, come to find out, he wanted nothing to do with me because I left his ass high and dry in jail, as he should. What was I thinking? So I finally got in contact with him, or whatever the case may be, and he aired out his grievance on how he felt, how I left him high and dry, this, that, and the third, and I let him know straight up. It was selfish of you to think at the age of 20 that I should have held you down on something like that. If anything, you should have been a man and told me not to go with my life, and if it's meant to be, we'll be back together. So we came to a mutual agreement, that we both just had miscommunication on our end. However, of course, he had a girlfriend. Had then got involved with somebody or whatever the case may be. But once you go quiche, you can't never leave me. But anywho, so we started talking. So we started getting that old thing back. And he started making promises. Well, I'm gonna come back home because I do miss you, and I just hated that it went down like that. But I am involved with somebody, and I'm like, fuck that bitch. I told y'all I was hell of wheels back then. I didn't give a fuck about you or that bitch. Respectfully, fuck you and her. So either way it goes, times go on. We had to see each other, but we ain't really been spending no time like that with each other. So I guess the bitch had to be getting on his damn nerves any motherfucking way. So he was just looking for an out anyways. So I think he was working security guard at a strip club or something like that. But on this particular night, I think either he was working at the strip club or he was going to the strip club. Either way it go, he told me to meet him at the Silver Fox. I don't know if the bitch had to be going through his phone and seeing us talking, chit-chatting, having our little meet-up rendezvous or whatever the case may be. But when he told me to come pick him up at the Silver Fox, and I think that's what it was, I think she had access to like his plan or whatever, so she could see our text messages. So she knew we was meeting up, but oh baby, she was a day late and $1 short. So soon as I pull in the parking lot at Silver Fox to pick him up and he get in the car, soon as we're pulling out, she's pulling in, so she catches us. Man, before I know it, me and baby is hauling ass down Beaver Street. So I'm like, okay, Beaver Street going towards Edgewood, I'm either gonna be able to go left or right. I'm not gonna be able to shake this hoe. It's Saturday night. The police at this, that, the third. So before I get to the end of Beaver Street, I cut down one of the motherfucking side streets. She's still on my ass. I don't know how many left or rights that I made, but baby, I was there on her behind that motherfucking wheel. Do you hear me, baby? NASCAR ain't have shit on your girl. Man, I think I made 3 quick rights and 2 fast lefts. Before I know it, that hoe was out of my motherfucking rearview mirror. We made it back to the house. No, I ended up dropping him off at a gas station because she just wasn't gonna let up. So he told me to let him. So next thing I know, he was like, you ready for me to move in? I was like, yep. He was like, well, meet me here in about 15 minutes. And yeah, that's how that happened. But I didn't know dealing with somebody who just got out of the prison kind of hard, and I wasn't ready to commit to be that down ass chick until he got up on his feet, and ultimately we ended up breaking up, like not even shortly after that. So I wasn't, he's still, somebody that played an important part in my dating role, but yeah, I did all of that, took that girl, man. And I don't even think we lasted a month after that. Because I didn't know he had, I think he had a secure job as security guard. No. And what he wanted me to do, I was just like, again, you're putting all this. To be honest with you, I don't even think the plan was originally for him to move in or whatever. I think I had just got off on the excitement of, bitch, how dare you tell me we not getting back together after we got out of prison? That's supposed to be my decision. Like, I was full of, I'm telling you, I was hell on wheels back then. Like, my thought process has grown. Yeah, that was fucked up. Because I was like, oh, this ain't going to be fun like it was before? Tell your bitch she can have you back. Because I think the hoe had to cut off his phone and everything. So I was like, oh, you were very dependent on her. You should have just stayed with her. You should have told me the full extent of what she provides for you, because get somebody else to do it. Bye, y'all.